Family Service Center is a social service agency that supports families in 4 communities: Wilmette, Kenilworth, Glenview, and Northbrook. We provide therapeutic counseling services that are of the highest quality and affordable. We provide crisis response and support to first responders, and we have outreach efforts that are designed to keep children, families, and students in our communities safe.
The Family Service Center has a significantly diverse staff. We have people who have been here for up to 30 years who provide traditional family therapy. More recently, we have hired folks who do work with children.
The cases that I see most frequently are problems with family dynamics, mood disorders, and anxiety. Those are the things that I think are most treatable and I think most amenable.
I cannot tell you how many people have nowhere to go when they are in crisis. When you're in crisis, it's hard to think, it's hard to know where to turn. And the Family Service Center is there for everybody in this community.
They provide wonderful services and provide it for all different types of consumers, for people who can afford to pay or have really good insurance, to families who truly need a sliding scale.
As a nonprofit, it serves the community in a way that, I think for-profits just can't. We have a broader net.
Credibility that the Family Service Center provides is probably their most valuable asset. They've been in the community a very long time, I think a little over 100 years. And in that time, they've built up, not just with first responders, but with the entire community, a tremendous amount of trust and support.
We all hit bumps in the road, and I think that Family Service Center is there, whether it's a chronic problem or it's a crisis. They have the professional staff that can help families and individuals get through it.
I think one of the things that we offer that other places do not, and people come here for, is that integrated approach. The approach of counseling, medication management, and community outreach.
We have been trying to go out in the community and assess really what the needs are. So we have met with a number of the local high schools, and we're setting up some meetings with the middle schools and getting a sense of what it is that they need so that we can provide that support.
Where you have close to 600 students, there are all kinds of needs. When families come and they seek help, you begin to think about who are the people out there that can really provide some quality support to these folks. And while I'd like to think that we can do all of that here within the confines of this school, the reality is we can't.
Our partnership with FSC has been very instrumental in helping us to be successful in our program that we provide for at-risk youth.
There have been moments in our history as a high school when we may have experienced a tragedy here, and so Family Services is one of those places where we turn for extra support when we need it here at the high school.
They've collaborated very closely with counselors and psychologists and social workers here as a faculty within the GBN community.
I see more use of these services. I have been at the township for 20 years, and during this time I have seen greater and greater numbers.
There's so little emphasis put on mental health services now in the court and at the state level. It makes the services that the Family Service Center provides just all that more crucial.
The thing that is most appreciated by our park district is knowing that we have a partner that's there to help out in a time of crisis.
While there are positive things happening relative to the funding of mental health services through the Mental Health Parity Act and the Affordable Care Act and other government interventions, it is still something that is not appropriately or adequately funded from third parties. There's just simply not enough money coming to support all of the needs that are in the community.
One of the biggest obstacles facing FSC in terms of community awareness and frankly in terms of fundraising is that the work we do is very private.
People don't understand what it costs to support services like that.
Being that we live in a very affluent community, a very intelligent community, there is stigma associated with asking for help.
But that does not exclude us from having problems. And so I think others should support FSC because we need to support a group that will help support us.
The reason that I choose to support FSC is that the good that FSC does happens right here in the community where I live.
Those of us who live in communities do have the responsibility as members of a community to look at how we can contribute.
As a high school, we really appreciate the work that Family Services does, right? They're one of those resources in the community that we're very fortunate to have.
If members of the community don't step up to contribute money to the Family Service Center, there is always the chance of a diminished service, and that would be a big loss for the community.
Shame on us if we don't turn people on to the Family Service Center, and what a rich partnership can be made the more that we tell parents that this resource is available to them.